Okay, so this is the coding of this computer. Uh, Basically, what I'm going to do is make incrementally more complicated commands to run. So the first 6 that I'm basically going to make are the movement commands. So Quarry, let me go and check which direction this one actually is. Oh, it's Quarry North. Okay, start with that one. So Quarry North. I think it's colon then. So this will define a new word. So I want one IOX set. Oh, now I can't remember how many ticks it was. I think it was 45 ticks. X reset 15 ticks. I think that was it. And so it's compiling the word, and there we go. So now if we type words, you can see Quarry North exists there. So I'm going to manually move the quarry west. Because I was running into, I don't want to run into this here, and maybe I might move it. No, alright, should be good. So, what I'm going to do is 3 times Quarry North. So that should move the Quarry North 3 times. There's 1. There's 2. I think that was like... So what's going on? Try that again. I need a marker. Okay. So when I stop, this here should be just at the edge of this. Be 1 block past this corner. Let's just set this back to home so I don't mess anything up by mistake. So that is definitely way too many. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Seems to be almost glitching out. Let's see if this will hopefully solve that. No, that definitely made it weirder. Wow. Wow, that's just... Okay. So I'm going to put a block here for a marker. And that should just slide right along. So that's not a big deal. So now it should be off. marker is still there. Okay. That seems to have remedied that. Let's try this. And case does matter. So capitals or smaller case or lowercase, it does actually matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not good. I wonder if it works properly for other directions. Probably have to move this thing up a little bit soon. Why on earth is it doing that? So, let's so be east. Let's go that way. Yeah, that should be okay. Where's east? That's number 1. This is 2. This is 4. So that seems to work. So I want to make a new command. Quarry east. For IOX set. 45 ticks. For IOX reset. 15 ticks. Three times quarry east. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to break this block here in case it gets in the way. And let's do put one right there for point of reference. That one worked. 1, 2, 3. I did notice before that with these cablings, I was having one heck of a time with certain signals when I was at certain spots. I don't know whether it was like something was crossing a chunk boundary or what, but sometimes the head pulse was not working. So maybe that's the case. So let's try this again. Let's put down a point of reference over here because I'm going to try north again. So 3 times quarry north. 1, 2, and there's 3, 4, 5, 6. I just moved a 7th one. So 1, 2, 3, least it's moving consistently, 6 when I want it to move 4, or it's moving 6 when I want it to move 3. So for experiment's sake, let's try this. So one thing I think I'm going to try is moving this white cable. Not there. Let's try moving it up here. And 202. Okay, so let's try this again. That's interesting. That seems to work. So let's just check that. Really? That is just messed up. I kind of didn't want to go expand this any further, only because that's where the edge of the quarry is there. But if that's not working, how can I get... Might have to go up. I think that's going to be the solution. Something. Apparently it doesn't like this. It just doesn't like being there. To test that, so I've got east. That's south. East here. So let's try this 2, 4. And that was the pink, magenta. I'm getting these all messed up. It's going to be a pain to fix, but... Might be hitting something. No, I'm not hitting something. Could be a power... Shouldn't be a power issue. Yeah, that should be good. That's why I didn't record it the last time. Got broke off. How? Why? What? Oh wait. I was about to say, how did that end up down there on the ground? Okay. Yeah, this is what was happening last time. I think that fixed it. Let's do this. Make sure these all are well situated in here. Well connected. is some quirk with them being connected on the against the paneling. Yeah, see, because there's just a piece of redstone wire that got busted off. Or it could just be some weird chunk boundary thing. Oops. So, let's just take a look. Yeah, see, that's weird, because it's moving completely within the same chunk boundary. What it actually could be is because this chunk loader is actually moving with this thing, which could be just confusing the heck out of it. But what? So I'll try that. Okay, well that's working again. But not anymore because it broke off again. What is up with that? This is starting to get very frustrating. So the extra frames didn't help it. Could be a quirk with just being wireless redstone. Maybe. That's kind of a drag because I can't really... What I'd like to do is have all the commands set up in such a way that, you know, I could, once the cycle was complete, the drilling, the mining head retracts, and that ends the cycle. So after it's done digging, the mining head comes all the way back up, sits at this position, the light goes on, I jump in the portal, issue a command, dig north, and so it would move north, 16 tiles, stop, and then start the digging cycle, moving back and forth until it hits bedrock, essentially. But if the moving can't really be automated, that's kind of a problem. Mind you, I did have a problem with moving, and I was nowhere to be seen, so that could pose a serious issue in and of itself. So I'd probably have to sit here while it moves. That's not a big deal. So let me try this again. Try it with this. See, now that was fine. Okay. There's 1, 2. And it's broken again. Okay. Let's try this. Oh no. Oh good, that went into there. I wonder what else broke. Doesn't look like anything. Good. I was afraid it was going to hit all that wheat there. Even if it would have, just so it's not a huge deal. Okay, let's try this again. let's first. Oh, that would be why. Let's see if anything broke. So that did not break, which is good. That did not break. That looks fine. I wonder. What I'm thinking is maybe get rid of the redstone wire, use some extra receivers. Would that work? How could I do that? Because this one here is on this face needs power. Don't think I could squeeze them into here that way. I'd have to move this entire thing out one, which would be a royal pain in the butt, but I'd, make do. Probably end up being something like this here. Let's try this. Broke again. I thought it might be the spot that it was in or something. This is frustrating. Alright, I'm going to be back once I get this all figured out. Okay, so I think I just had a little bit of a breakthrough. I moved this colored wire back to here. And so this signal here was basically, no, see, it wasn't even doing that. It wasn't on that same, I thought it was on the same line, but it's not. It was off by one. But I was having some weird anomalies with this cable here. Wire broke again. I was thinking it might have something to do with the positioning of the way that it's basically the way that it's moving and where these cables are, because when things do move, and because of this, there's a lot of stuff that has to move, kind of glitches in and out, so it's it's not perfect, but it's still amazing, by all means. So I was wondering if that's actually part of the problem. It didn't seem to break that, but you know how I can test this? So if I move this back one, put this cable back down here, fully expecting this to be broken off. And it is. Okay. So, when I moved that cable, this did not break. This receiver did not break. So that I think my theory is kind of right. So it's going to take some. I was hoping to have these in a nice order, but because of the way that this thing wants to behave, and this broke as well. Because of the way this wants to behave, I'm going to have to, it's going to be some trial and error and getting it all set up to where it doesn't want to, tear itself apart. So back to Quarry East. So let's move west again. So that's still intact there. That wire is still intact. That's going to be a tricky one to solve. And see, so we've moved. That's still there. This one's betting going to be broken. It is not. Interesting. That's good. Wow. So this is going to be insanely complicated to make work. Does that make sense? Anyway. But I think I'm thinking the commands, the colors and the frequency it's all going to be the same. Like, that's how I'm going to organize this. So whichever one was over here, this is working for white. That's going to stay white. This one is working for pink. That one is going to stay pink. I find one that's going to work for orange, and when I find one that's not breaking everything, that's going to stay orange. And I think that's the way I'll have to do that. But yeah, the commands are going to be, commands are going to be the same, just different numerical values for the color, and until I get my 6 directions done. And I'm going to sleep to the night here, and be back once I've got the 6 directions done. So just making the, going with these commands. Set 45 ticks, 8, T 15 ticks. Okay, so south worked just fine apparently. Nothing broke off. Let's do this times 1, 2, 3. Okay. Before I do that, I'm to look at all these wires, make sure nothing popped off. That one there's good. There's no wires. That looks good. Looks good. And that one there is fine as well. Okay. Let's try west. For some reach. It's good. It's fine. And that one is all good as well. Beautiful. Now for the up and down, it should be 16 and 32. Yeah, let's quarry up first. why there's a delay at the end of this. That 45 ticks and 15 ticks are basically delays. The reason why I want a delay at the end is so I can't go in rapid succession and not have a motor in its proper place. It's just a precautionary kind of a thing. And that should get the quarry going up, down, left, right, and forwards and backwards, or north, south, east, and west. So let's try this 3 times quarry up. 1, 2, 3. Great. Let's check for breakage. Nope. Nope. And I'm guessing no, but I can't see in there to actually check it. And I don't want to break any of those frames because they're all needed, and that's fine too. Still on. Did I type that command wrong or something? Maybe I did. Let's check. Ah, yes I did. 32 IOX set, 45 ticks, 16 IOX reset, because I'm probably looking at this, and this here should be 32. So 32 IOX reset. Now I believe it's forget. Quarry down, I think. Yeah. So a little note about the forget command: it will let you forget a word if you type the command wrong, because there's no way to go back and edit the command or edit the word once it's been created. But what you can do is forget a word. But say, like you see the list now. Say I did forget quarry north. That forgets everything. Like that will forget quarry east, south, west, and up if I tried to do forget quarry north. So just be aware that it will forget everything after that command as well. So this is quarry down. And it helps if I spell it right. So this was 32 IOX set. 45 ticks. 32 IOX reset, 15 ticks. And command. So I just want to move up a bit first before I go and test this. There's 1, Excellent. Looks like it's going to work just fine. And 3. Let's see if there's anything breaking off here. Doesn't look like it. No, so it's either the, I'm guessing the spot that I'm in or the place that I've got all these wires. I don't know. Something wants to work. I'm going with it. So now I need to get this quarry arm moving left and right and up and down. So I need one for 210 and 209. I think I'm missing some. Yeah, I'm missing 2 colors here. So if I want to do this, it's white. I think it was gray. That and blue is at the end here. That. So if that was 32, the next one should be 64. So I'm just going to do this. 64. Let's see which one it is. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay. So let's make that one Quarry Head West. So just like everything else. Let's see, 64 IOX set, 45 ticks, 64 IOX reset, 15 ticks. I don't know if I can run the motors actually a little bit faster with these, with this 45 tick delay and 15 tick delay, but this works, so I'm going with it. Okay, and so I'm just going to turn on that. That probably just broke something. So this I want to turn to 209, which is the Quarry Head East. Yep, I just picked up the here. It's Quarry East. It'll be interesting to see if this, if anything on this, on this spot will break, break those things. Okay, but this is moving this over here, so that should be fine. We shall see. So, new command, Quarry Head East. 28, IOX set, 45 ticks. IOX reset, 15 ticks. Okay, and good. So let's try this 3 times Quarry Head West. I probably missed that first one, but that's okay. Let's see, 3 times. Yeah, those are a little bit slow. So it did not break that. Didn't break that, yeah, so just moving on that. What a weird anomaly. least it's nice to know that that does work. So there's the quarry left and right. Now I just need the quarry up and down. So if this one was 128, this one here should be 256. Quarry head up, and then quarry head down. Just to make sure. So that's my up. And yes, I am making this a little bit shorter. I'd actually probably have to go and check the old video to see what those values actually were, but these will work just fine. And I know my next one is going to be 512 because I haven't moved this cabling. And really I'm going to need to make the down command before I can make the up command, for the most, because it's already up as high as it can go. So 512. So 3 times quarry head down. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. And check the reversed. 3 times quarry head up. Yep. Wonderful. So, let's see. 1024 should be here, and this is going to be the pulse. This one here, all it has to do is turn, it is just a quick pulse of the redstone signal to turn, to make those block breakers engage. So it doesn't have to be on for very long. I think I only had it for like 2 ticks or something silly. 2 or 5 or... yeah. Very quick command. Quarry head pulse. Okay. 24. Yeah. Let's see if this gives me any trouble. Because this goes so fast, I'm going to do 20 times quarry head pulse. counted out 16 of that I could see, so obviously it's definitely working. And this here, it's kind of neat. This here is not going to be quarry head pulse, this is going to be quarry off. And that's going to be, actually I should rename that. But I will say quarry off. It's going to be 2028. Set. Now this one here is just going to basically turn that signal on, and this command here is going to reset it. So I should be able to say quarry off, and the light. Can you see that? Uh-oh. I got the number wrong. I was hoping that it was, what I want to do is just turn this light here on, and that's it. Yeah, but it turned on a whole bunch of different signals, because if you want to turn two things on at once, so you have, if you wanted to turn on number 1 and number 2, or the first line and the second line, it's 3 IOX set. So I can just do this. That should reset all that back to normal. Oh, because it's 2048. Silly me. Okay. Do words. And here's a perfect example. Forget quarry off. So, as you can see, I don't have quarry on anymore either. So, 2048. That's right. Because that quarry on was just a one command, I just put it all in the same line and it works just fine. So now that should be on. Turns on the light over there, so it warns me that, hey, my quarry is done. And quarry on will of course turn it off. And there we go. So that's that. Now what I want to do is, right now all of this stuff is just residing in memory. So just put in a blank disk, and I'm going to say save. Quarry. Program. So all these words that I've created so far are now going to be saved on this floppy disk, and I can actually take this disk out, bring it to, say, another quarry if I built a second one just like this, pop it into the computer, and it's going to, as long as I had all the colors and signals the same, it would work just fine. So that's that. I still need to make the cycling commands but I think I'm going to do those later because this is probably running really long already. I'm just going to go and check that right now. Yeah, this video is already up to 52 minutes or something silly. So that's going to end it here. I am going to continue on recording, but it'll be in another segment. These are going to be basically amendments to the actual episode. They won't be posted as actual episodes themselves, just in case anybody actually wants to know how I went about doing this, making this here cool quarry machine. All right, so see you in the next video.